I've been coaching for almost 5 years and I've helped well over 500 clients and made well over $500,000 during my time being a coach. But if I were a brand new life coach just starting out, here's exactly what I would do. And what I'm about to share with you might surprise you as it goes against what everyone else tells you to do. So in this video, I will share with you why I would not niche down if I were to start again and the 3 things that you need to do instead so you don't end up hating your coaching business. So let's start with why I wouldn't niche down. Well, imagine you're 17 and you're on your very first date. You're sweating, you're awkward, and you sit down and the conversation is just fine. There's no fireworks, it's not a disaster, it's just fine. But then halfway through your main course, you get down on one knee and you decide to propose. And your date looks at you like you're crazy because, well, you've only known her for 15 minutes. Now, this sounds absolutely crazy, right? Who on earth would do that? But here's the thing, this is exactly what coaches do as well. They try one niche and before they've even figured out if they even like it, they commit to it without ever exploring what else is out there. So here's my advice. If your goal is to become a great life coach, then you don't need to niche down at the beginning. Because if you do, there's an even bigger problem that can happen and it's horrible. So let me ask you something so that this all makes sense. Have you ever seen the film Groundhog Day? Bill Murray wakes up to the same song, the same breakfast in the same old town every single day. Now, at first, it's kind of funny. But then it gets weird and then it just gets pretty dark because he tries everything to escape. But no matter what he does, he just has the same day over and over again because every night that he goes to bed, he knows exactly what's coming the next day and he dreads it. Because every single morning the alarm goes off, you can see it in his eyes. He's starting to lose his bloody marbles. Now, I want you to imagine that this is your coaching business. You wake up every day to the same clients, the same problems, the same work. Now, at first, it's fine, but soon you start to feel the walls closing in and you become bored and frustrated and you end up resenting your own business. And worst of all, you begin to resent the people that you initially set out to help. Well, that's what happens when you niche down too early. You can end up in the wrong niche. And sure, yeah, you can make good money. I've seen coaches doing 20, 50, even 100K a month, but they resent their business because they're in the wrong niche. And staying in the wrong niche is 100% self-sabotage. So what do you do if you're not supposed to niche down straight away, you might ask? Well, I came up with a solution to this after seeing so many coaches struggle with this exact problem. It's called the Triple E method. So I love traveling. So I want you to imagine that you're in a brand new city and you're looking for somewhere to stay. You probably wouldn't just drop your bags at the first hotel you see, would you? You'd probably wander the streets, you'd maybe poke your head in a few coffee shops, maybe you'd even get lost in the process, or maybe that's just me. But that's your first move with coaching too. You want to get curious, you want to meet different people, and you want to try solving different problems at the beginning. Because there's no commitment just yet, at least. That's why the first E of the Triple E method is to explore. Then what happens when you pick a hotel to stay? Well, if you're anything like me, you'll probably start signing up for things because at the time it feels all new and exciting. Maybe you'll go on a boat trip, you'll get tickets to a local monument, maybe even a morning yoga class, even though you know you're not that flexible anymore. Because after all, you're on holiday, so why the hell not? Now, some of these things that you'll do, you'll love. Others you'll hate and maybe never do again. This is why the next E is experiments. In this phase, you dive into trying different coaching styles, you work with all sorts of clients, and you see what actually gets you buzzing. Because you can't really know what you will love unless you try a few different things. But while the experiment phase is fun, the next phase is where the real magic happens. So after all the gallivanting, all of the day trips are out the way, there's a moment out of nowhere where something just clicks and you stumble onto that perfect thing that you just love. Maybe it's toes in the sand with a good book. Maybe it's sprinting a 5K at sunrise with sweat in your eyes, surrounded by a tribe of other maniacs that actually think this is fun. Or maybe it's something that surprises the hell out of you, like a hidden gem that you never saw coming. Suddenly, you don't want to do anything else, and you wake up thinking about this very thing. You even start planning your whole trip around it because you can't wait to do it again and again. And that's when you know you've hit the sweet spot. You've found your place, your people, your thing, and now you get to go all in. This is when you truly niche down. This is the exploit phase. Because with all of the exploring, all of the experimenting, you're now ready to exploit the data, exploit your skill set, and choose a niche that you truly love. This is when you double down, because the best part, when you've found your niche, it doesn't feel like work anymore. But then once you have niche down, this is when you can really start charging some serious money. But I see so many coaches get stuck with how to actually get high-paying clients. So if you struggle with this too, then click this video here and I'll show you how we helped Melissa sign her first £3,400 clients in 11 days.